Hello, Crixis here and welcome everyone to this week's video. I am going to swatch Wallace Seymour watercolors as well as draw with them, and I hope you will enjoy this video.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Before sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hello, Crixis here and welcome everyone to this swatching session. I hope you're doing alright. Grab yourself a cup of tea and just you can put me in the background, watch how I swatch the colors, enjoy the process. I am going to do illustration using these paints as well and chat a little bit about art supplies in general and just my admiration about colors. This is the purchase I bought because of Natasha Newton. I will link her channel down below, but yeah, basically I watched two of her swatching sessions where she swatched these Wallace Seymour watercolors, vintage watercolors, and I fell in love. And I went to their website. There is a website called Arctic, and I think it's in Glasgow or something like that in the UK, and I just browsed through their website and I just couldn't leave. So I had like this basket with paints for like 2 weeks or so, and I was like trying my best to hold on and not buy them because I am not the person who uses a lot of watercolors in my work, if you know me. So I was like, why should I need watercolors? I will do more illustrations using watercolors and I want to have paints that inspire me. These vintage watercolors, they're really earthy and muted and moody. I just felt like this could be something I would really love to use in my work. And yeah, thanks Natasha Newton. I bought North Country set. There are 7 vintage watercolors and I also bought 3 extra tubes. I got Lapis Ashes, which is this color. I hope it's close to misty blue and it's beautiful, and it is coming from lapis lazuli leftovers basically. Then there is Bohemian Green Earth Genuine, and this is, I hope, is kind of classic green or something like that. And this is Green Earth Light, and I really hope that it is going to be something like one of my all-time favorite pencils called Ginger Root by Prismacolor. So I hope it is going to be something like that. And then I have a few more from North Country set, and these are the colors. They are my colors. I love these kind of warm tones, and I'm so excited to swatch them out, so I guess let's jump straight to it. I think I will start swatching my own colors, the ones I bought myself. Well, I bought all of them, but these are the ones I ordered separately. Okay. Oh wow, it's looking a little bit darker than I thought. I'm going to squeeze out all of the paints up here. I have Art Creole synthetic brush, which I will be using. Okay, let's see how this is going to look. Okay, need to add a little bit of water and kind of mix it in. I haven't used watercolors for some time, so bear with me if I'm kind of mixing it wrongly, let me know. Maybe not the best paper to swatch it. I'm using Moulin du Roy paper, and it got like huge texture, so don't know if it's good or bad. Oh, it looks like really grayish color actually. It doesn't look like that blue almost. What I really liked from Natasha Newton videos is that I could see that there is like these sparkles inside these paints, and none of my acrylic gouache paints can do something like that. So I felt having this, even like maybe even working with acrylic gouache, could be really nice effect and could be something really interesting. So this is Lapis Ashes color. Because I have light coming from there, it's really hard to see now how the color looks, but stay with me to see how it will look just right in a second. I guess let's now swatch Bohemian Green Art Genuine. I think there is binder super close by, so I'm gonna use like a needle and kind of mix it a little bit so I don't squeeze out binder. Wow, yes. Just like my kind of green. Not bright, super muted, perfect for moody illustrations, for moody landscapes, for character design, for clothing. Lots of different uses for this paint. It's not like super dark. I suppose I thought it will be a little bit darker by the pictures, but it's so hard to actually like see how the paint will look in real life because I see only like pictures, and actually not a lot of artists have swatched all of these colors here on YouTube. So partially I'm doing this video because maybe you are really interested in these paints and you would love to see how they look in swatches rather than from their website, because some of the things could be misleading, I guess. And I have seen her Billowing Heart YouTube video where she is swatching also these paints, and malachite is completely different color than it is on this how do you call it, lid, and also completely different color to the website. So yeah, that was like one of the things I was like kind of keeping in mind, that maybe some of the things will not meet my expectations. But although I thought it will be darker, oh, maybe you can see it here a little bit clearer. I thought maybe it will be a little bit darker, but I still like the color. Okay, so the next color is called Green Art Light. Super excited for this color. I have high hopes, so let's hope together that it will be just the right color I wanted to have. So far, so good. It looks like a really beautiful color up there, so let's hope for the best. Oh wow. Oh wow, it's so beautiful. It's like kind of brownish green, but it's quite light. Wow, I love this color. This might be my favorite from the ones I'm swatching right now. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna say it's so beautiful a lot, I guess, because all of these colors which I picked are my colors. And whenever I'm swatching something I really love, this is my excitement and me kind of speaking through. And also, I forgot to say, but I will also write the names underneath of each paint, just in case if you are considering buying them. I know that it is possible to buy from their website, and if you want to order abroad, you need to contact them via email, and then they will kind of help you and get everything sorted. And wow, this is such a beautiful color. Wow, it's so moody and muted, and I hope soon enough you will see how these colors look when they dry up a little bit. Now let's start swatching the set which I got, which is a North Country set. I also haven't seen this one swatched out on YouTube, so buckle up. I will swatch Hornister Green Slate Pale. This is probably going to be super light green color, green gray probably. Oh wow, it's so interesting. It's like in similar color value as Lapis Ashes, but it's much warmer. It feels a little bit like warm gray, I would say. I do love these kind of small dots from this paint. I probably chose a lot of light colors because these look really transparent, and I guess it's great for building up layers, but I feel, knowing me, I could use them just straight from the tube, especially the ones I will just really enjoy how they will look. And yeah, so my plan for this year is to kind of focus more on the art supplies I already have, and this will be one of the exceptions, but I will try to buy less art supplies this year. I really want to have focus on the things I have and learn using maybe different colors I have bought but don't use that much. For example, that blue-green Holbein acrylic gouache, which I'm scared of, but I think it would be great to integrate in my work. And a lot of you also agree that that could be a lovely color to have. So yeah, I will try to focus on the colors this year, focus on maybe watercolors in general, and then just not buy any other color at all, just use what I have. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking about lately. Okay, anyways, let's swatch Eglinton Green Earth, and let's see how different they are from each other, the previous one and this one. This looks a little bit darker, right? It is kind of similar like that one, but a little bit darker. I could imagine painting landscapes with these ones. I'm going to put a watercolor set because I have actually some tube paints which I actually don't have anywhere else, so I will just make my own mini color palette for studio, and maybe I could make one for kind of traveling and sketching. The previous one looks a little bit more greenish. This one, it looks more grayish, so if that makes sense, I hope there is like, you can notice the difference. But this is Eglinton Green Earth. I guess let's move on to more like reddish tones. I have Rodstone Natural Iron Clay Ochre color. Okay, wow, this feels much more pigmented. These five, the first five, they're really palish. This feels, wow, with a lot more pigment. Like really a lot more. But wow, that is beautiful tone. That's so exciting. It's like the first bright tone I have. well, it's not bright per se, because this is still muted color. This is so exciting. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of water to kind of see how it separates and kind of see the light part and dark one. Oh, this is beautiful color. Okay, so this was Radstone. Let's move on to the next one, and the next one I will swatch is called Laketon Red Ochre. They look quite similar, so I wonder how they will differ from each other. This will probably also be quite bright, I suppose. Okay. It feels a little bit more like Potter's Pink. I now know how Potter's Pink look, and this looks a little bit more like Potter's Pink. If I'm not wrong, of course. I only have one Potter's Pink in my collection, so it does feel a little bit more transparent. Oh, but there are so many like these crumbles. This is Crix's paints, I guess, because my nickname means something like crumble or small piece. There are so many like these crumbles across this paint. I hope to zoom in a little bit and show you what I mean by that when I will finish watching. They definitely do differ. The previous one is much warmer. This is a little bit cooler toned. Still really neutral. Okay, let's move on to Borders Red color. And I actually thought this will be really red color, but by this label it looks a little bit more like neutral color. Oh yes, it looks beautiful up there. So yeah, I have high hopes. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I will do illustration using these paints just in a second, because I already want to kind of try them out in a painting. I might do landscape for first, because landscapes are a little bit quicker to paint for me rather than character designs. But also I want to kind of be loose and just experiment a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do after the swatching. I wouldn't classify this as a red color. Let me know if you would. I think I picked colors that are quite transparent, because I saw some really dark tones being swatched by Natasha, and I think her Billowing Heart also swatched some of the colors which were a little bit even like brighter, whereas these ones look really like neutral, I would say. I might put them in like order so I remember which ones I swatched first, and I don't mix up some of the paints, because by labels they look quite similar. Okay, so this is the order how I swatched them. Let's swatch Mermaid Egg, and this is such an interesting name for watercolor, I should say. Who would thought to name watercolors like Mermaid Egg? I have no idea. But it sounds kind of cool. It sounds like a picture book, and there's like this secret story about egg being stolen from mermaids or something like that. Okay. Oh yes, this is kind of like brown tone, but like warm brown tone. I don't know how to explain it, but I love this color. This is beautiful color. This might be in my top 3 actually from all of the colors I'm swatching right now. Really, really beautiful color. Okay. And then there will be last but not least, and it's Moncton Whetstone. Then this will be the full palette, watercolor palette. And I hopefully will not buy more colors because this is something I want to focus on this year. I just want to use what I have. Let's swatch this one out. And this is kind of another kind of brown, but this feels more like hot chocolate with milk. And I like how different they are next to each other. I wouldn't like to have almost exactly the same kind of colors, so this feels different, which I'm really happy about. Okay, I'm going to now write all the names with pencil down below to each swatch, and I will be right back. So all of the colors are now completely dry, and I just wanted to zoom in and show you how all these paints look. So I wrote the pigments that are written on their website, but some of the pigments are from different places in England, or they're from Quarry, Slate, and yeah, they're super natural. These two PG23 have the same pigment, but they are processed differently, so there are different results, and PG23 is terra verte, so yeah, just different kind of shades of terra verte. And these are really interesting colors. They're really light and super transparent, but I really like how these small dots look like. I will zoom in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sketch now and do illustration using these paints. I might not use all the colors because usually in my work I try to use limited color palette. Although this is limited palette, I feel I could use even less colors. And I'm gonna paint landscape. I'm actually going to redraw the same drawing I did before for one of the sketches. So this is one of my recent artworks which I have done with acrylic paint markers. Completely different medium, I know, and I am now sketching in my Pete Supply sketchbook, and I want to finish it up. It's just a little bit left, and I am not going to show you behind the scenes of the sketchbook, but I really like how loose this sketch looks, and I want to make the same looseness using these watercolors and kind of experiment.
I made an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out an old pen and wrote something for me. He kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find I met a young man, searching for glory. I took out an old pen and wrote in my story. Then I kept walking on down the road. When the time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what
I just put 2 or 3 layers of watercolor, and I realized the paint is quite light, and rather to build up like 10 more layers, I decided to add pencils. I tried to find the closest ones to the paints I have.
I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this illustration like that. I might continue adding some tweaks tomorrow, and I might show this end result at some moment in my future videos. If not, I hope you enjoyed the process and behind the scenes. I think I need to get used to watercolors because I really like opaque colors. I really like layering things that you don't see the previous layers and add some things with pencils, but I think also because I used the cold press paper with a lot of texture, it's really hard to add pencil on top. It adds this texture as well, and now this owl feels like a background, and I want to have like, I don't know, maybe I will draw birds in close-up and that owl will be background or something like that. And maybe the birds could be like with acrylic gouache or something like that. I might use and try these watercolors for hot press paper, because hot press paper is my favorite. I really like smooth surfaces, and working with textures is not something I do every single day. But yeah, I still enjoy the process and playing with these paints. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a thumbs up so it can reach more people. Also, comment down below if you have stayed till the end. I have seen it all, so I will know that you have stayed till the end and you like this video. Also, thank you so much to all of my lovely Patreons. They literally help me to continue doing what I do and film all the videos, and I'm just so happy that there are people who want to support me. And also thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video. It means a lot to me. I will see you next time. See you super soon for color palette video. Bye! Bye everyone! Bye!